15 history mysteries that are still unsolved. Curiosity is an intrinsic part of being human. It's what drives us to explore, to innovate, and to understand our world. But what happens when some questions refuse to yield answers, when parts of history remain shrouded in mystery? Today, we're diving into 15 historical enigmas that continue to baffle historians, archaeologists, and scientists alike. These stories remind us how much there is still left to uncover and how the past can often feel like a puzzle, missing key pieces. Let's start with one of the most iconic mysteries, Stonehenge. Located in England, this prehistoric structure is made up of massive stones arranged in a circular pattern. But how were these stones, some weighing up to 25 tons, transported and positioned with such precision more than 4,000 years ago? Even more puzzling is why it was built. Theories range from a celestial calendar to a place of worship or healing. To this day, we may never know its full story. In the Peruvian desert lie the Nazca lines, giant geoglyphs etched into the earth, depicting animals, plants, and geometric shapes. These designs are so massive they can only be fully seen from above. But why were they created? Some believe they were part of ancient rituals, while others suggest they were made for gods to view from the sky. The exact purpose of these lines remains locked in the past. As the last remaining wonder of the ancient world, the Great Pyramid of Giza is an architectural marvel. Established over 4,500 years ago, it remains unclear how ancient Egyptians achieved such mathematical precision and logistical brilliance. How were enormous limestone blocks moved without modern machinery? Some theories even suggest advanced lost technology, though evidence for such ideas is scant. Mohenjo-Daro was once a thriving city in the Indus Valley civilization, complete with drainage systems and urban planning far ahead of its time. But this ancient city disappeared suddenly around 1900 BCE. What happened? Was it an invasion, climate change, or a natural disaster? Despite years of excavation and research, we still can't pinpoint the cause of its decline. The Voynich manuscript is often called the world's most mysterious book. Written in an undeciphered script accompanied by bizarre illustrations, this 15th century manuscript has defied all attempts at translation. Who wrote it and why? Is it a scientific manual, a coded diary, or an elaborate hoax? Until someone cracks the code, its secrets will remain untold. The Rongo-Rongo tablets discovered on Easter Island are inscribed with mysterious symbols nobody has been able to decode. They could hold valuable information about the island's history, the Rapa Nui people, or even their collapse. But with the language already extinct before its discovery, understanding these symbols seems an impossible task. In 1937, famed aviator Amelia Earhart set out to circumnavigate the globe by plane. Tragically, she vanished over the Pacific Ocean and was never seen again. While theories abound, from a crash landing being captured as a spy, no concrete evidence has emerged. Her disappearance is one of the 20th century's most enduring mysteries. The Bermuda Triangle, a stretch of ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has long been infamous for mysterious shipwrecks and aircraft disappearances. Some blame magnetic anomalies or rogue waves, while others suggest supernatural forces or even extraterrestrials. Despite scientific studies debunking much of the hype, the mystery continues to spark imaginations. In 1587, over 100 settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island in present-day North Carolina. A few years later, they had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the word Croatoan carved into a tree. Was this a sign they relocated? Were they attacked or assimilated into local tribes? The lack of evidence means Roanoke remains an unsolved piece of American history. In 1845, the Franklin expedition set out to chart the Northwest Passage, but vanished, leaving behind a trail of questions. Decades later, skeletal remains and eerie signs of desperation, including cannibalism, were discovered. But the full story of what happened during their Arctic nightmare remains elusive. The story of Atlantis, a mythical advanced civilization mentioned by Plato, has captivated imaginations for centuries. Was it a real place that vanished beneath the sea, or merely a philosophical allegory? Some argue it could have been inspired by real locations like Santorini. But until Atlantis is discovered, if it ever existed, it remains a tantalizing riddle. Göbekli Tepe, an archaeological site in Turkey, predates Stonehenge by thousands of years. With intricately carved megaliths, it's considered one of the earliest examples of organized human society. But why was it built, and why was it deliberately buried? Göbekli Tepe challenges everything we thought we knew about early civilizations. The Anasazi people, who once thrived in the American Southwest, abandoned their elaborate cliff dwellings around 1300 CE. What forced them to leave? Drought, warfare, or resource depletion are possible explanations, but no definitive answer has been found. Their haunting ruins remain as silent witnesses to their mysterious fate. In Florida, Edward Leedskalnin built Coral Castle, a structure made of massive limestone blocks, each weighing several tons, without heavy machinery or assistance. How did one man manage it? Some claim he used secret knowledge of magnetism or ancient engineering techniques, but Edward took his secrets to the grave. Often referred to as the world's first computer, the Antikythera mechanism is an ancient Greek device used to predict astronomical positions. Its complexity is extraordinary for 2,000 years ago. How did such advanced technology arise so early, only to be seemingly lost for centuries? In Egypt, carvings at the Dendera temple appear to resemble electric light bulbs, sparking theories that ancient Egyptians may have harnessed electricity. Mainstream historians dispute this, arguing it's merely symbolic art, but the resemblance is uncanny enough to keep the theory alive. Discovered embedded in ancient rock, the Texas hammer is a tool that appears far too modern for its surroundings. How did a seemingly manufactured object find its way into geological formations millions of years old? Skeptics suggest a hoax or misdating, but the mystery persists. The legend of Tutankhamun's curse gained traction after many who entered the pharaoh's tomb died mysteriously. While scientists suggest natural causes like bacteria, the eerie coincidence continues to fuel the myth, adding an air of the supernatural to this archaeological triumph. Across Namibia's deserts are strange, empty circular patches of land surrounded by grass. Known as fairy circles, their origin remains debated. Are they formed by termites, competing vegetation, or something else entirely? Despite research, this natural wonder defies a conclusive explanation. In 2011, divers discovered an unusual disc-shaped structure on the seafloor of the Baltic Sea. Its appearance led to speculation about UFOs, ancient ruins, or geological formations. Without deeper investigation, its true nature remains a matter of intense speculation. In 1959, 9 hikers in Russia's Ural Mountains died under mysterious circumstances. Their injuries ranged from blunt force trauma to inexplicable internal damage, and their campsite showed signs of frantic escape. Theories range from an avalanche to secret military tests or even extraterrestrial interference. Each of these mysteries shares a common thread. They challenge us to think critically, question what we know, and embrace the unknown. Some may eventually be solved, while others may forever elude us. But isn't that part of their allure? They remind us that history is more than dates and facts. It's an endless source of wonder. Until we uncover more clues, we'll keep asking questions and exploring, because the pursuit of knowledge is as timeless as the mysteries themselves. What are your favorite unsolved mysteries? Let us know your theories.